Good morning and welcome to the Covrprice Top 10 for Monday, October 23rd, 2023. Missed last week edition. At number 10, it's Wolverine 36, Ryan Stegman, regular Marvel 2023. The Hellverine is in demand, and this book continues to see consistent aftermarket sales. Good luck tracking this one down, but we tracked it at a high sale of $100 for a CGC 9.8 copy with a current near-mid FMV of $24. At number 9, Gargoyles number 1, newsstand Marvel 1995. For those 90s kids, Gargoyles was a staple of Saturday morning cartoons. Unlike other Disney shows that populated the lineup, Gargoyles was known for the darker tone and serious subject matters it addressed that were gargoyle-related. Most recently, it was announced that a live-action adaptation was in early development, with legendary horror director James Wan to take on the project. Even though this project is still in its infancy, fans of the legendary Creatures of the Night are hunting copies of this first issue. We tracked it at a high sale of $391 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw near-mid FMV of $70. Number 8, Bloodstrike number 1, Image 1993. This book has been heating up, and it's not because of thermal-activated ink. But it could be. Last week, Rob Liefeld debuted a concept trailer on what a possible Bloodstrike film could look like. The video received tons of positive feedback as Rob shared that this proof of concept was the first step in developing a possible cinematic experience, with Phil Silvera taking on the reins as director. We tracked it at a high sale of $40 for a CGC 9.6 with a current raw very fine FMV of $3. 7. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8, Marvel 1984. This book either ends up on the runner-ups or the top 10s every week. It is an essential book for fans of the symbiote and Venom. There was likely a spike in sales that coincided with the release of the new PS5 game Spider-Man 2, which sees Venom take one of the villain's spotlights. The symbiote plays a critical part in the storyline. However, we won't give away any spoilers here, and we did track it at a high sale of $650 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw very fine FMV of $121. At number 6, the Omega Men number 3, DC 1983. Lobo has always been a fan favorite in the DC universe, and this book shot up in popularity last year when it was announced that James Gunn and Peter Safran would take over the reins of DC Studios. When there were confirmations that no DCEU actors would return to the new cinematic universe, rumors began circulating that Jason Momoa would be recast as Lobo, or could be. We tracked it at a high sale of $390 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw near-mid FMV of $78. Number 5, Ranger Stranger number 1, Tyler Jensen, regular, Scout Comics 2023. It was recently reported that Kevin Hart's production company, Heartbeat, will develop the series into an adult animated television show. Cue the race to acquire a copy of this first issue, which we tracked at a high sale of $12 for a raw copy, with a current raw near-mid FMV of $12. Number 4, American Psycho number 1, Randall Bruder, business card 1 in 10, massive 2023. American Psycho is one of the most recognizable slasher films and deserves fantastic comic book covers. Cue Randall Bruder, who illustrated the infamous business card variant. It has been increasing in both desirability and monetary value. We tracked it at a high sale of $71 for a raw copy with a current raw near-mid FMV of $41. Whoa, that's $49. At number 3, it's Duke number 1, Ashcan Cobra Commander 2023, New York Comic Con, eBay, Spot, Foil, Limited 1000, Image 2023. Spoilers! The debut of a shared universe between Transformers and G.I. Joe sent waves across the comic community. Image has since been putting work into the Energon universe and has debuted old and new characters. Duke is one of the most popular characters in the franchise, and he will be receiving his own limited series in December. This particular book was a journey to obtain. Those who wanted a copy had to purchase it through eBay and could only pick it up at the convention at the eBay booth. We tracked it at a high sale of $95 for a raw copy with a current raw near-mid FMV of $83 and climbing. Number 2, Predator vs. Wolverine number 1, Tyler Kirkham, Blood Blast, Marvel 2023. Predator vs. Wolverine was a hot release when it debuted last month. It saw another spike during last week's exclusive Kirkham cover, nicknamed Blood Blast. This is not to be confused with his New York Comic Con exclusive cover, which featured a virgin green cover with the same artwork. Instead, this book is a trade cover with a red background called Blood Blast. It was limited to a 3,000 print run, and copies immediately hit the aftermarket. We tracked it at high sale, $25 for a raw copy with a current raw near-mint FMV of $19. And at number 1, it's Dazzler number 1, Marvel 1981, with number 1 Taylor Swift, and the number 1 rumor that she would appear as Dazzler in Deadpool number 3, which is burning strong. And I think she's in the media a little bit these days. While there haven't been any additional rumors, that successful music tour, constant appearances, and football have kept this book hot. We tracked it at a high sale, $252 for a CGC 9.8 with a current raw near-mint FMV of $23. And that was your cover price top 10 for October 23rd, 2023. Cover price. Now home online for comic collecting.